Hey sewing friends, Shanice here, and I wanted to share a technique or the process that I would do to get rid of some excess fabric in your shoulder area on a sleeveless shirt. So I ran upon this image and I've altered it because I do not want to offend the person who's wearing it or the person who actually sewed the top. So this is just for education purposes only. And so in this piece right here, I'm going to use my nice green marker. You'll see right here that we have a little hiccup. And this is because based on what I'm seeing, because I don't have the piece in front of me, but I'm not sure if the front also needs adjusted for the shoulder, but definitely from this image, it looks like the back would need to be adjusted. And so I'm going to show you a technique, and what you would do is pinch out this fabric, measuring from here to here, or wherever that connection is, how much fabric that is. And then we'll go to the back pattern and show you how to lower, meaning drop down, that shoulder. Okay, here we go. Hello sewing friends, I just wanted to interject here that the changes that I'm about to show you should only be made for a garment that has no sleeves, that's sleeveless. If there was gaping in the shoulder, in the back shoulder like this, and you had sleeves on your garment, you may need to also make changes to the sleeve pattern in addition to making changes to the back pattern. So again, this change is for a sleeveless top only. Thank you. So you might not know on your pattern that that gaping is going to occur. So there is a way to prevent that on the pattern, but you probably haven't been doing that yet if you're a beginner sewer, because you're just making the pattern. Hopefully you're doing it in the muslin, and in the muslin that you found that you have too much in that back. So if the front is okay, we're not addressing that. We're going to say that the front is good, but we have too much right here in the back. And how you would fix that quickly to get you started is we want to isolate that shoulder. There's a way that you can take that pattern, take that shoulder, cut this off, and we're going to take a 1/2 inch out, drop it a 1/2 inch, and then fill in. So you know what? I'll go ahead and show that. Hopefully we can do this quickly. So I want to isolate that shoulder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a box. So there is the box, and so we need to move our pattern down a 1/2 inch. So that's where we need to go down. So I'm going to cut out this quadrant right here. So here's my shoulder. I'm going to drop, so this is where it was at before. I'm dropping this down a 1/2 inch. I'm going to make sure that it remains flush with my original pattern, and I'm going to tape it down. And now when we look at our pattern from the back, we see that we have two areas of concern, this area and this area here. So to fill that in, we would secure some paper to the paper so that it doesn't go away. And we're going to redraw. So here's our stitching line. So let's redraw the stitching line. And then you can redraw 5/8 of an inch seam allowance. Let's get that 5/8 up there and here. And you don't use a marker. Use a pencil. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use a pencil because I'm trying to get the 5/8. And the marker makes the drawing not good. Okay, let me take this down so we can see. See how, so the thickness of this marker, because I couldn't see it up there, we don't want to do that. But this is now the new shoulder seam. And here at the bottom, let me zoom in some. Really what you need to do is you just need to cover that up. If it was bigger, if this was a bigger gap, then you would find the middle and then from the top line come down to the middle and from the bottom come up. But I would say this is a good area right here. I don't think this is going to make a major difference in that fitting. So let me go ahead and now cut this out. So after you've taped everything in and cut out, you'll have a little bit here on the side, and then you'll fill this area in at the top, and that is how we have dropped our shoulder.